Hey everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day today. My name is Mercer, and I'm sorry for posting this video a little bit late. I wasn't entirely sure if they were going to cancel Red versus Blue, but now that I'm 100% sure that they aren't like canceling it, they're delaying it, so that Red versus Blue Zero should be popular, which I understand why. I know that a lot of Red versus Blue Zero stuff can affect the death battle, like maybe change characters. I think it's going to change Washington, who I've heard is going to play a big part in the death battle, but again and again, don't expect it to. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not as familiar as Red versus Blue as I am with other shows. I am with like pretty familiar with it, but I just like, how do I say this? I'm not like vastly into it as much as other fans, but I still really like it. Moving on, John Talibain versus Sabrewulf. I'm actually really excited for this. I get that the whole Halloween fight is cool, and honestly, werewolves are something that's an entirely underrated idea. And honestly, I think that's what they wanted to do for this fight to begin with was werewolves. So Sabrewulf and John Talbot are kind of like the first people who pop up in your head. So moving on, predictions for who wins. So both characters have two separate series, one being the video game for both of them, Darkstalkers and Killer Instinct, and for Sabrewulf it's the comic series for Killer Instinct, and for John Talbot it's the anime series. Killer Instinct has not gotten this series yet, to which I say I genuinely have to give the win to John Talbot. Don't get me wrong, he's much more of a strategic strategist than Sabrewulf, which honestly gives him an edge in the fight, as Sabrewulf also often goes in, claws swinging, I guess, without plans. And honestly, John Talbot has learned to control his werewolf side a bit better. Also, important thing to mention is that scaling plays a huge factor in this fight. John Talbot has fought Donovan, Dimitri, Morgan, and a couple other different um, Darkstalkers characters. Specifically, I'll be focusing on his fight with Donovan. And Donovan is probably island level, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I genuinely think that Donovan is island level. And being able to keep up with that just shows massive amount of strength. I guess the only defense that Saberwolf has is that if he were able to keep up with Gargos, and he has never shown himself fighting Gargos at all, especially not in the canon series. I know he fought Jago and won, or successfully almost killed Jago, but then again, Jago isn't that strong, and Jago wasn't access to any form of his power-ups, including activating his inner tiger. um, Also, the Indukin moves super slowly. Not to mention, even if Sabrewulf could keep up with Jago, that does not make him stronger than John Talbot. So I think John Talbot is much stronger than Sabrewulf. Um, in terms of durability, I guess I would have to give that to John too. Not to mention, he can take a much stronger hit. Like I've pointed out, he fought Donovan and attacks from Morgan, which by the way hit like a semi truck. Yeah, and John took it like a champ. I guess Saberwolf's defense is kind of lacking. He mostly focused on offensive strikes, just with his claws and teeth, more than defensive strikes. Also, John has small forms of energy projection, while Saberwolf has no forms of energy projection at all. He has his quick attacks, which he can use on John, but then again, John also has quick attacks and dash attacks as well. Um, John can survive energy projection from Dimitri, which is pretty strong, which honestly can understand. Um, but it's just a matter of who can take more damage. To which I reply that John could definitely take more damage. Um, Now, final factor is Saberwolf. Like in terms of speed, I don't think Saberwolf is light speed. I think a lot of people say that he is, but I don't. I genuinely think that he isn't. He also has no form of electrical dispersion, even though he's basically Frankenstein werewolf. And yes, it does give him a slight edge in super strength and a slight edge in speed, but it's nowhere near the same power as John's. Not to mention, John is much more of a strategist, and he's battled werewolves like a shadow version of himself. And if you scale that to Saberwolf, that means he should be able to win any fight with any other werewolf. Now, Saberwolf is no common werewolf, but I genuinely think that John can keep up with speeds of powerful characters like Dimitri and Felicia, who can both move faster than light and possibly even dodge lightning. To which I reply that feat has nowhere been shown in the Killer Instinct universe. So I guess, honestly, in strength, speed, and likely durability as well, John takes the cut. Also, in Arsenal, they really don't have much, except for their claws and teeth, as well as short-ranged attacks from John. Experience? Definitely John. I just genuinely think that Sabrewolf's claws can just delay the inevitable. So, with that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoy this. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know who you think. If you think that Sabrewolf would win, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you all later.